Hey folks, fWhip here, and welcome on back to Hardcore Minecraft. Last time we built a mountain castle, and today we tackle the caves. In pursuit of even better equipment to stay alive in this hardcore world, it's time to start our Dwarven Empire underground in this massive cavern to keep all of our villagers safe. Starting from nothing, my goal is to create an entire economy based around villager trading. Please leave a like if you enjoy this series. It's free and helps me out more than you can know. With that, be sure to subscribe as well, as we're almost to 800,000 subscribers. Let's get rocking. I just got back from a small vacation, and man, I cannot stop looking at the castle from episode 3. I am so dang happy with how this thing turned out. But it is time to dive underground and start the Dwarven Kingdom. And for this, we're gonna need a lot of torches. And I mean a lot of torches. Now, the first step for today's video is a villager breeder. And for some reason, carrots are the magic ingredient. And since I'm here, might as well get the sugarcane too. But now, before we bring any people down into our village, it is time to mob-proof the entire cave. After aimlessly running around in the caves for a while, I realized I was completely lost. So this turned into an impromptu mining session for copper and iron, which is actually going to be very important as we're going to need a lot of rails and minecarts for today's project. After filling up my inventory, I finally dug myself back above ground to figure out where we went wrong. Oh, I was so going in the wrong direction. How'd I end up over here? Okay, new plan. I think I remember a cave entrance somewhere over here that led right to the massive cavern. Yes, there it is. Digging my way down the side, I got started fighting back the hordes of mobs, proclaiming that I would be the light in the dark with all these torches for the villagers before I trap them in tiny boxes and exploit them for major stonks. Wait, I mean, look, I found 2 more geodes over here. I got a bunch of copper, fought a bunch of creepers, and it was absolutely amazing. We got so much cool stuff over here. And after a full hour of placing torches in these caves, this cave is looking even larger after lighting the entire thing up. And I'm still missing a few spots all the way up there, but it is time to move forward with our Dwarven Kingdom, starting with the villager breeder. I've got most of the materials together that we're gonna need for this build over here. That is, except some beds. We've got our 2 villagers up here waiting for us, but we'll be back for them later. Next, I do need some dirt for myself. Can't forget the diamond hoe. And finally, a very quick trip to the nether for some glowstone. Oh, please leave me alone, Mr. Ghast. And with that, we're off to the races, building up the villager breeder by clearing out a massive area to place a carrot patch to allow for all of the magic to happen before installing some trapdoors and beds we can use to lure the babies to fall into the pit of doom, where they will wait until we bring them out to add them into our lovely peaceful village of happiness. Well, everything's set up in here besides getting some villagers inside, and that's gonna be a journey. Back over at the house now, and I think I'm gonna try and big brain this one. We'll see if this works out. I believe I've cleared out all of the workstations inside this village already. If I just put barrel and composter and give them a nice little way out, they'll want to go to them. Big brain accomplished with 1. Come on, buddy. No, 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 no. Up, 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 up. There you go. And let's just get to the top of the mountain. Yes, 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 yes. This way, right over here. Come on, buddies. Let's put you in a boat and you in a boat. And I think I can take these guys almost the entire way by boat now. I can't believe this worked so well. We've just got to drop into the cave now. And dropping. We did it. Oh, it worked. Oh, this is not good though. Wait, I think I can squeeze in. Oh, nope, that's your head. Now time to go find villager number 2. There we go. Welcome home, buddies. It's done. The villager breeder is finished. Since it's gonna be a little while before these carrots all the way grow up, I decided to bring down a bunch of stacks of carrots to throw in here for the villagers. But in the meantime, I need an easier way to get in and out of this crazy pit. So hopefully this should do it. We are good. Next up, my friends, moving right into planting a field down by our brand new river because, well, I got it. It looks too beautiful not to add some fields down here. Yep. That settles it. We're putting the next few fields down here. Next up, we need to work on getting a zombie trap down in our new cave, I decided to send a message to my friends Gemini Tay and Mythical Sausage asking for them to name my zombie. After being left on red, Mythical Sausage replied with Undead Sausage. I probably should have done this before I spawn-proofed everything, but maybe we'll get lucky and find a zombie. But the villager brooder's working, check that out, we got 2 babies! Running through the caves and lighting up even more spots I had missed, I stumbled upon a third geode right underneath the big cave before getting bamboozled by a bunch of silverfish. After that, diving deeper and deeper into the caves to finally find our zombie. Woo! Oh my god, he terrified me! Oh, I got so scared there. Zombie, it was all worth it. Can I interest you in terrorizing villagers for the rest of your life? Yeah, come on over here with me. Okay, buddy, stay focused on me. Don't look at the villagers. Oh, no. Oh, yes, this way. And boat, he's in. Undead Sausage, welcome home, my friend. With the zombie secure, it's time to move on to the next step, diving into the nether for blaze powder and nether wart. Along the way, I also want to gather as much gold as I can get my hands on. For that, let's see if we can get silk touch on a pickaxe up here. Unfortunately, no silk touch, and that we will take instead. In the nether now, I decided to run through the Crimson Forest in hopes of spotting nether gold ore and finding that fortress. Stumbling upon a soul sand valley, I quickly spotted the fortress, got inside, and instantly started fighting off all the blazes and wither skeletons I could find, where I also got my first bits of nether wart and a few blaze rods to get rockin'. This first fortress unfortunately did not have a blaze spawner, and after running around and fighting mobs for about 30 minutes, I only had 6 blaze rods. Less than half the rods I hoped for. But thankfully, we've heard about second fortress, connected right next to the first one. This was a good apple and had a blaze spawner. Yeah. First try. Woo! Making some improvements to the spawner for later on, I killed a bunch more blazes, got my 10 blaze rods, grabbed some bone blocks on the way out, and ran back home while fighting off hoglins and piglins, and of course murdering baby piglins because they deserve it. I mean, look at their stupid little faces. This is amazing. We've got almost 3 stacks of gold, 3 golden apples ready to go. We've got all the nether wart we can need. The only remaining item is the brown mushroom, which funny enough is easiest to get in the nether. So I gotta go back. Ah, there we go. Let's get these and go home. Quick and easy in and out. Next up, we need to get some potions rocking so we can start converting these zombie villagers. Oh my, oh my, oh my. They are trading carrots down here even. Look at them. Holy cow, that's 3 stacks of carrots. But first, placing down the soul sand and nether warts on top of it to get a small field growing, as I want to turn this into a mushroom cavern. I also found some darker spots to place down some red mushrooms and brown mushrooms for them to multiply as we're going. Back to villagers now, I cleared out a bunch of rooms to allow for locking in trades, converting to zombies, converting back to villagers, and storing 8 villagers at a time. Next up, we need to better secure Undead Sausage down here so he can attack the villagers. Ow, 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 ow. For this, he needs to sit right here. And I think if we use a trapdoor, we can actually get him in there really easily. And down. Oh, it worked. I did not expect that to be so easy. Oh, I'm getting to be a professional at this game. With that, it is time to brew up some potions and test this thing out, starting off with 12 splash potions of weakness. At this point, it's time to take our first inhabitant of the Dwarven Empire on their journey to becoming a citizen of this amazing city. We first assign them a job. In this case, Timmy will be assigned the role of farmer. Timmy is so excited to become a farmer as he moves on to the next step where he meets Undead Sausage. They exchange a quick hello before Timmy is sent forward to think about his future as a farmer. After 2 fellow new members join up, Timmy and his new friends are given a quick shower and a snack before they all dance with excitement about their new opportunity. Good on you, Timmy, for doing your part. Hi, buddies. How we doing, Timmy? Oh, look at those trades. Oh, so much better. We got a pumpkin trade, and we've got another pumpkin trade. We got the emeralds. I knew you were the chosen one, Timmy. Good job. With the infrastructure sorted, it is time to find a home for these new villagers. Today, I want to create 4 levels of stacking Dwarven-inspired houses, with each level locking in a specific villager profession. Farmers at the bottom, librarians and cartographers on the 2nd floor, stonecutters on the 3rd floor, and finally toolsmiths on the top. I've got the idea now, and it's time to get all of the resources together that we're going to be needing for this first level of the project. Thankfully, I was able to craft a good amount of the stuff from the star storage room. I also enchanted up a shovel before running over to chop down all of the dark oak trees I had, acacia trees that I had, as well as all of the jungle trees, just so that I could restock the storage room a little bit moving forwards as I was really starting to run out. From there, I ran down into the nether to go over to the Soul Sand Valley to chop down as much of the basalt as I could get my hands on, and now finally diving into the caves to gather up a good amount of andesite before moving into the depths to gather a bunch of cobbled deep slate to turn into all the lovely deep slate blocks. I basically had an impromptu diamond mining session, finding over 26 diamonds in the first 2 minutes of the project alone. Getting right into the build, I want to create some cool towers inside of this cavern, as if the cave is so large that the dwarves need towers to keep an eye on things on the far side. So building out of some andesite into diorite and then up to calcite to make this white cool tower popping out of it, I want to bring some glowstone into the center, where then we can bring a cool spruce and copper roof onto the tippity top. But this build is almost done. I want to add a bit more to it, so creating a forge or a boiler of sorts onto the side to add some technical aspects into this, because I really want to go almost a steampunky dwarven technical vibe inside of this place. There's going to be random chains and gears and belts and stuff all over the place in here. I think it's really going to add to the final atmosphere. But now it's time to move on to the secondary build. We're going to be using stripped dark oak logs, some stone bricks to reinforce it, and then some basalt and tuff as some cool accent colors, with a lot of spruce trapdoors and spruce stairs to kind of round out some archways inside of here. This one is based off of a dwarven mountain gate on a much smaller scale, with the 2nd floor being much of the same as the first one, just slightly skinnier to make it seem like it's much taller. Adding in a quick slopey roof across the top, I'm really happy with how this one turned out, and then building a bridge across that mini waterfall because I really want to keep that as part of a build. From there, I got a bunch of glow lichen gathered up using some bone meal and some shears so that we could bring that back into the build, and I was adding it all over the place. I unfortunately ran out of spruce wood, so I ran back above ground and chopped a bunch of the stuff down. Then starting on the next build, I want to make a lot of these structures out of stones found underground, as well we are kind of in a cave, so I feel like it makes sense here. Focusing on deep slate, stone brick, and tuff for this next build here, I created a few buildings added in together to look like a bit of a workshop, which I really like how it turned out. With multiple roofs coming together to seem like a few different buildings stacking up the side of the cave, I thought it was a great way to add in as much variety as possible. I'm trying really hard here to avoid using cobblestone and regular stone inside of the buildings, as I really want to contrast this, but I created a 3rd one over here that I want to be another tower, this time made out of granites and bricks. This is meant to be a watchtower to view out on all sides, then using some stone brick as a trim and then strip spruce logs as the top floor, then before jumping in to add in some dark oak and another copper roof as we're moving. With that, the first level of the Dwarven Kingdom is now ready for villagers to move in. Last step we have here is restarting the waterfall, and I think that glow lichen I placed down is gonna break and just go straight off the side. Oh no, apparently glow lichen stops water. Huh, there we go. The first layer is now complete. And after realizing the scale of this one, I'm gonna change things up a little bit here. We're gonna do farmers behind this building and stonecutters over behind this building. Time to create some villager trading rooms over here behind these new buildings, and excuse the gruesome music in the background as I stream this over on Twitch because I knew villagers would drive me insane. Since stonemasons would be closer, I'm digging out their space first here, adding in 10 stalls for stonemasons to call home, sitting on top of powered rails so I can transport them easily later on if we need to. After that, I started digging out the area for the farmers trading room, since I want to use them as emerald generation early on here. With a similar plan to what we did with the stonemasons, I dug it out so we could have 10 farmers inside of there and decorated the room quite a bit as well, and it's looking really nice. Now starting the first test over here by moving a farmer into position all the way over, and it was a big success. Quickly, I moved the other 2 farmers in as well, and we now have 3 farmers in their permanent forever homes. It's working so well over here. Queuing up 4 more farmer villagers in the waiting room after locking them in with some carrot trades, I was able to do a full test of the system, curing 4 villagers with 1 splash potion. Today is one of those days where I built this myself, and I am so dang proud of how it turned out. Without a single redstone-based tutorial, I created my first technical system for moving villagers around, and it works. It works really, really well. I started doing some stonemasons as well, aiming to add all 10 of them to the first room that I built. Since the trades don't change all that much with zombie curing, I figured it was pretty pointless to waste the golden apples, so I just took them to their new forever home straight away. Over 70 days on this project so far, and I still have 2 layers left to add above these villagers. But the farmers have an awesome little home over here, and apparently slime spawn over there, but every single one of these villagers is locked in and has been through the zombie purification process. And over here we also have the lovely stone masons in their homes. Just don't look behind any of this stuff, it's a little gross. Before we can move forward on the second layer for librarians and cartographers, I need a lot of sugarcane, and this farm isn't cutting it. Because boy, oh boy, do I need mending. Nearly 4 broken diamond pickaxes. Into the river valley we go to plant a sugarcane field close enough to the Dwarven Kingdom that it should still hopefully, maybe potentially, if it wants to, once in a blue moon, grow so that we can trade with our librarians. And leaving a gravestone for my friends Solidarity Gaming and Pixarifs, who both lost their hardcore worlds today. An F in the chats, please. Let me know if any other creators die in their own hardcore worlds, and I'll try and add them here along the road. Let's see who we can outlive. I'm running really low on food right now with only 9 steak left. I want to see if we can get looting on a sword, because I feel bad killing all the cows every time I need food. Looting 2? That's progress. Well, let's see what happens. Yeah, we'll take it. I see we've created a liquid mass of cows over here. Half of you may live and make more babies. Ooh, that's a lot of beef. Back in the caves now, and it is time to create a home for our librarians. And I'd love to start with making a walkway for them. Well, for us to walk around between the buildings with the librarian. You know what I mean. Digging in right away, I carved away a good bit of the cave wall to flatten out the area for building and a roadway coming in the future. Laying out some rough outlines for these structures that we're going to be adding in as well on both sides of the waterfall, and we are good to go. This is looking so much better already, and while I get a good idea about what we're going to be making up there, I'm thinking it's time to get some lecterns and start unlocking some librarians. Oh, minecarts are a little important. Much better. Let's go. Unlocking Mending, Aqua Affinity, Blast Protection 4, Smite 5, Efficiency 4, Looting 3, Spider Killer 4, and Infinity. There we have it, 8 zombie villagers ready to go, and I've got a golden apple in here and hopefully can make 3 more, which means our first set of librarians are gonna be ready to go. While we wait for those villagers to cure, I want to see if we can't find a lush cave, but first, I need a new shield. And I've got a pretty good idea on where we can start looking. First, I've got to get out to the ocean, after gathering up the sugarcane. Now, the hunch I had was last time I was over here in this dark oak forest, I think I saw an azalea tree sitting behind. Yes, there it is! Check that out! Oh, the leaves, they're beautiful! First, getting a few saplings off this, hopefully. Now, next thing here, if you didn't know, you can follow the rooted dirt all the way down underneath one of these trees, and you'll hit a lush cave. Oh, not much farther, right here. Look at that, it's moss. Oh, this is so cool. I've never been in a lush cave before. Spore blossoms, I forgot those spawn. We got glowberries though, check this out. And a spore blossom. I could seriously explore these new caves in Minecraft forever. They're so fun to walk around in. But for now, my inventory is so full, so let's find our way back home. Back in the cave, I gathered up a bunch of gold for zombie curing and moved on to getting some tough block for building. After that, it was time to get right into the build project again. This time on the second layer, adding in 3 more buildings. The first with a large balcony and an even larger tower attached to the side, some deep slate roof, and some machinery on top of the whole structure just to bring it all together here. Before moving on to the second house, which is just a small house cut into the side of the cliff. After that, I spent some time detailing out the waterfall to make it look like it was coming out of a pipe to give it a larger presence within the build. Before moving on to the third home, which we're flying through over here, to create a 2-story home stretching out over the street and rounding off into the cave behind it. The village on layer 2 is now complete, and I am loving this thing. But before we can dig it out and actually, get some villagers moved up there, Mr. Mending, we are down to 8 emeralds. What I'm really on the lookout here for right now is glass trades, but we'll at least get some emeralds off this dude. And we've got a lantern trade, that's a good start, but let's get our first mending book here. We have our first mending Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 pickaxe. Oh, that feels good. But our sugarcane has grown again, so we get even more emeralds. Unlocking some more of the villagers. I got a little bit of experience on this, but I think I need to go to the spider farm. Done. With the pickaxe fully repaired now, it's time to start digging out the trading hall for our librarians and our cartographers. Oh, I wish I had a beacon about now. Digging out another massive room for both of these villagers, I threw down the powered rails to hold all of the villagers in place before linking this up with the rest of the transportation system that we've developed so far, this time via a floating bridge. Before we can do anything else at this point, it is mining time. I need to get a lot of gold. I found a lot of diamonds and a few geodes along the way too, which was really cool. But I need a lot of gold in order to convert these villagers. Otherwise, this entire system is worthless. We have to convert the cartographers. Hey, look at that. We passed day 200. I added all of the gold into the blast furnaces and gathered up some sugarcane before running back down into the cave to cure the last 4 librarians that we currently have. Then moving over the original set to their new homes, I started to unlock some trades with all the paper that I had on hand from the sugarcane, and then move the rest of them after they finished dancing inside of the holding chamber. I got a Feather Falling 4 trade, which was amazing, and now all 8 of our librarians are set up and ready to go. I decorated the hall a little bit more before moving back to get the cartographers moving. While waiting for them to convert back to villagers, I started on the staircase leading up to the 3rd floor where I want to put our toolsmiths eventually. But all 8 cartographers are now finally ready to go and locked in, so I moved them all over to our newest hall to sit right next to our librarians for easy access. I can now trade 3 emeralds for 12 glass to a librarian, converting that 12 glass into 32 glass panes, which I can trade to a cartographer for 4 glass panes per emerald. Big stonks. And there we have it. It's quite loud in here with all of the villagers, but check this out. That mending book's a little expensive, but we can do it. 9 mending books. And give me that glass. I've been trading with these guys for quite a while, so they're either locked or very expensive, and it looks like it just reset. 39 free emeralds. I now have mending and near full enchantments on every piece of gear I own. The only way to get stronger at this point is netherite. But in order to keep the grind going, I need a lot of backup tools, which is where the toolsmiths come in. And we need to build a massive forge for them to work at on top of this cave. Pushing back the edge of the cliff one more time, I want this forge to feel grand, sitting on top of everything else, out in the open so you can see it clearly from any point inside of the cavern. So starting with creating a wall out of granite and brick with a copper roof on top, and then moving into creating a massive doorway, and I mean massive. This thing is really, really cool in the end, and we got a spot for something very special coming soon to the top of it. Next, I wanted to bring an oversized anvil in front of everything else, using a similar design to what I used over on the Empire's SMP server. Around the anvil though, I want to create a ring so that it helps it feel less out in the open, and finally adding in a large gear wheel to the side that could be powering the machinery inside of the forge. Once again, tapping into the waterfall that already existed in this cave before we even got here. I also got 4 toolsmiths ready to go in the meantime. I have run out of villagers. Summon the babies! Oh no, how did that get turned all wheat? That's not good. Now on top of the forge, I had an awesome idea. Filling the back here with blocks of gold, and it's time to flash our wealth over here and use a full set of diamond gear on an armor stand. Yep, I love that. That looks so good. Now, since we also have moss, I wanted to bring a few of them around here along the edge. Honestly, just because I can. Oh, heck yeah, that greenery, that works really well. Back to the toolsmiths, however, they also need a place to call home. So once again, digging out a giant space behind the forge, I set up a rail system for all of the toolsmiths to be moved up to the top. I also cured the final batch of villagers for today, which, oh my god, am I thankful to be saying that. Using the existing rail system though, I was able to branch it off from the 2nd level going up to the 3rd level to take these toolsmiths all the way to the top level, and now we can use a lot of levels and things like that to unlock all their diamond tool trades and levels. There we have it. Every single toolsmith is all the way up here. I just need to go get some iron to finish unlocking them. I'm telling you folks, diamonds in Minecraft, worthless. Absolutely worthless. Look at this right here. 1 emerald for an Unbreaking 1 diamond pickaxe. 1 emerald for an Unbreaking 2 diamond axe. Unbreaking 3 diamond shovel, 1 emerald. I'll take one of those. Unbreaking 2 diamond axe? Sure. Unbreaking 2 efficiency 2 diamond pickaxe? Yeah. If you could unlock your trades, that'd be great so I can max you out. Thank you. Just if you want to. Free diamond tools everywhere. We've managed to transform this cave into an awesome dwarven-inspired village, and I cannot wait to grow this into a city. I spent over 60 hours on this project, so if you did enjoy, please hit that like button, and please be sure to subscribe. We're almost at 800,000 subscribers, and I'd love to hit that by the new year. With that, my friends, I will catch you on the fWhip side.